Hey, Speed.
Hello?
How's it going?
Pretty good, pretty good. What about you?
Pretty horrible actually. It's been a terrible day, and do you want to know why?
Yeah, of course. What happened?
Well, you remember how we went over that video of that guy breaking all the bedrock?
Yes.
You remember how like we decided that it seemed really legit and definitely not faked?
Absolutely, yeah. That was definitely the conclusion. Sure, sure.
Right. Well, I got bad news, Speed. I got bad news.
Oh no. What happened now?
All right, let's start from the beginning. So, Speed, do you know what happened on May 12th, 2022?
No.
I don't know either. Let's see.
Is May 12 a special day?
It was International Nurses Day and National Limerick Day.
I have no idea what that is.
A poetic form shrouded in mystery. Nobody knows why they're named after Limerick, who invented the form, or when they were first composed. And, Speedcuber, do you know what else is shrouded in mystery?
Oh, what else?
Our discussion topic for today. Okay, so let's start at the beginning. So on May 12th, 2022, Beppo releases his bedrock breaking video, okay?
Okay.
And in the description of the video, we have something interesting that I wasn't aware of before, but somebody sent me a screenshot. So this is the original description, or from the original description of Beppo's bedrock breaking video. And he says, "Keep in mind this only breaks the top layer of bedrock. I had to make my own machine to break the other bedrock."
He has to make his own machine. He's a genius then.
He is a genius, and if this is where a story ended, then we would be in a totally different timeline. I wish we were in that timeline. I don't actually. This is too entertaining. But
Yeah.
Speakeover, do you think that he built his own machine to break the other bedrock?
No, not at all.
Wow, you're so doubting. I'm ending this call. I can't believe you
Okay, no,
doubt
so okay.
my hero Beppo like
The thing
that.
is, there's a big difference between like I build and I make. He said he had to make.
Yeah, he designed his own machine.
Which is, yeah.
That's pretty impressive.
If he did, yeah, it's hella impressive for sure.
All right, so we're going to keep a bit of a tally of what Beppo's done, okay? So this is the first information we have from Beppo of what he's done here. And he's saying that he's designed his own machine to break the other bedrock, so that's pretty impressive.
That's one way to put it, yeah, sure.
It's quite impressive, considering the machine would have to work upside down, which is probably not happening.
Yeah, that's just not gonna happen.
Yeah. So let's see. May 15th, 2022. We have a comment on the video that I screenshotted.
Useful. Oh, that's a good name. Holy crap.
It's a great name. And unfortunately, you can no longer find this comment under Beppo's video. Probably because Useful just decided that, Beppo is a genius and clearly Useful is wrong here. But we're going to talk about what Useful says briefly anyways.
Yep.
So Useful here kind of does a bit of a debunk.
Okay.
We aren't very familiar with debunking, but Useful here is very good at it. He asks, why would you have chosen to break the bedrock first from below? You'd have had to do it entirely manually, as there's not any automatic bedrock breaking machines designed to break bedrock from below. And even if you could have somehow got your hands onto a machine like that, it wouldn't have fit in such a small gap, which is quite correct. Useful, you're entirely correct here. And he goes on to state that basically all of this is impossible, and it would have taken way too long to do this anyways, even if it was possible. So unlikely that this happened.
I agree with that, yeah.
Yeah, so Useful makes a pretty good comment here. And Beppo actually responded to this comment, as you can see. And fortunately, I am a genius, and I did screenshot the response as well. And this response is going to be very interesting. So Beppo appreciates it and completely understands the confusion. He prioritizes the video quality first, and he figures that the time-lapse would look much cooler if you could see the netherrack straight off the bat from the bedrock being removed. That all makes sense. That's pretty fair, right?
I think we came to the same conclusion on the first video.
Yeah, which I mean, we're basically on the same level as Beppo here.
Yeah, of course.
You could even call us Bep2s.
Oh my god.
I actually can't. I give up.
Baptized. I don't know.
Don't do this to me.
Okay.
Oh dear.
Okay. Unfortunately, like you and others have said, the machine only breaks the top layer, and breaking it the lower layers the old-fashioned way will take way too long. So now, my 100% transparent solution, 100% transparent solution. So you can't really see it, it should be like not fully transparent, but whatever. I discovered that, oh my god, I discovered a glitch a while back using some kind of, let's just say, controversial mechanics where you can break a large quantity of bedrock. Oh man, he discovered it. This guy is a genius.
It's fully survival. It's fine. It's totally fine. So to summarize this comment in like short form, basically what Beppo says is that he found a glitch that nobody else has ever heard of that uses controversial mechanics, and he's not releasing the glitch, but that's what he used to break all of that bedrock underneath.
Yes.
What are your thoughts on this, Speed? Do you think that that sounds legit to you? You believe Beppo here? Do you think that this is the true story and that, he didn't actually design a machine like he said in the description, but instead he actually just used a glitch?
I mean, I think if he did, he's an absolute genius.
He's a genius, yeah. Using glitches is pretty intense. That's pretty hard stuff. This is not easy.
Yeah.
Anyways.
I mean, it's not impossible, but it also didn't happen. So
Okay. Let's not go too far here.
Okay.
So this is Beppo's response, and this happens on May 15th, 2022. So next up, we have May 20th, 2022, which is when I called you and DH and Inventor, and we talked about the video. So anything that was said by Beppo or by other people in that video was what they had said as of May 20th.
Okay.
And in that video, Beppo's pinned comment says, I previously broke the bedrock under the top layer before starting the machine, which doesn't contradict anything.
The thing is, he said at the time that it was with a machine he made.
Yes.
Right?
His description said that he used a machine. And then now here in this screenshot, he's saying that he used a glitch. And then now in his description, he's just saying he broke the bedrock under the top layer. And he's not really specifying how he did that.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
Kids nowadays have a word for that. It's sus.
Sus. Yes, it is indeed a little sus. Well, we should move on to May 26th. So on May 26th, Duckham tweets this. The other day I watched a dude claiming to have removed a huge bedrock area in his hardcore world with flying machines. For a fact that they cheated. It is literally in the video how they cheated. Any Tech MC player saw it too. This video has millions of views. Sigh. Dochem is very disappointed, wouldn't you say, Speed?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, unfortunately, Dochem is just making some baseless accusations here. We're not going to bother going through all of Beppo's tweets, honestly. It's just, there's just a lot of tweets. Beppo says a lot of stuff here. But most importantly, on May 26th, Beppo says, I wanted a smooth time-lapse of the machine breaking the bedrock, revealing the netherrack, but the machine only breaks one block at a time, so I made a copy of the world and broke the bedrock underneath in creative for the time-lapse. In my actual world, I had to lower the machine 4 times to remove all the bedrock, which was not cheating. And now, Speed, what do you think about that?
I mean, if you were to do it legitimately, that's how you do it, so, I mean, I guess?
That's pretty accurate. I mean, Speed, you believe that Beppo did this, right?
I mean, do I have to be honest?
No, of course not. This is a desktop folder video.
Okay. Then, yeah, that's 100% what Beppo did, of course.
Speed, if you think that this is 100% what Beppo did, I'm about to blow your mind.
Oh no. What happened now?
Okay.
Jesus. The plot thickens.
So we're gonna kind of tie everything together in a little bit, but first off, we'll actually just go into the future real quickly. Beppo comments on May 27th on Bakery's video. So here Beppo says, there's no staircasing because I broke the inside layers manually, the old-fashioned way, so that it would look nice. I didn't want that staircase. It would have looked kind of nasto, So this lines up, right? This sounds about legit.
Yep.
Yeah, okay, that's fine. That's the 27th.
Yep.
And now Beppo's pinned comment on his video now says this. He says,
Important, people had some confusions about the bedrock breaking machine, so hopefully this clears it up. I did not invent it. I have a link to the video on it. I mean, that's just so huge nowadays, and it's incredible that we have to praise something that should be always there. But okay, that's
Sure,
beyond
sure.
the point.
It
Moving on.
is.
I wanted a smooth time lapse of the machine breaking the bedrock, revealing the netherrack, but the machine only breaks one block at a time. And I also made a copy of the world and broke the bedrock underneath in creative for the time lapse. But then in that world, if ended up
He needed that
failing,
it here as well.
yeah. And I thought it will make it interesting, but in my actual world, I had to lower the machine 4 times to remove the bedrock. A few people thought it was fake before reading this. I will never fake a. He will never fake a video, guys. Come
He
on.
wouldn't, it's true. This is Beppo. So, you know me as desktop folder bedrock breaking professional YouTuber, VTuber. But
The bedrock
today,
breaker aficionado, yeah.
exactly. But
Mm-hmm.
today, I'm going to put on my Sherlock Holmes cap, and I hope you'll join me because we have the evidence. Now we need to make a determination. Did Beppo cheat in Minecraft Hardcore?
Oh man.
All right.
Okay,
So
so uh, to be completely honest, I think he covered up quite well with that comment because, like, he basically said that the time lapse in the video was made in creative and the machine failed in creative. So he basically confirmed that he did it in creative.
this is
So
true.
now the real question is, did he did it for real on hardcore? And the answer to that is actually quite simple. We'll never know because that's not on the video,
So here's the
you know?
thing. We do know. And today, Speedcuber,
Oh,
I am going to present to you my case for Beppo
dun,
cheating in
dun,
Minecraft
dun.
Hardcore.
Okay.
Okay. Uh, so let's go over the evidence, okay? We have Beppo's initial description on May 12th when the video was released. I had to make my own machine to break the other bedrock. On May 15th, his response to useful, this machine only breaks the top layer, and breaking the lower layers the old-fashioned way would have taken way too long. On May 20th, we react to the video. On May 26th, Beppo states, I had to lower the machine 4 times to remove all the bedrock. And on May 29th, he still is backing this up in his description. He's stating, in my actual world, I had to lower the machine 4 times to remove all the bedrock. Now, Speed, I have a question for you. We have this comment on Beppo's response to useful. He says the machine only breaks the top layer, and breaking the lower layers the old-fashioned way would have taken way too long. Now, he doesn't explicitly say what the old-fashioned way here is. This comment here, to me, strongly implies that when he made this comment, he didn't realize that the machine would work on multiple layers of bedrock.
Oh, I see what you mean. Okay.
Do you see what I'm saying? Yeah. So basically, he's saying here that he had to use a glitch. He was forced to use a glitch. Sorry, quote unquote, controversial mechanics. He was forced to use a
This.
glitch using controversial mechanics that would remove the bedrock because he didn't have another option. His only option was to break the lower layers the old fashioned way. That's his excuse.
Yeah.
Do we believe him here? Because here's the thing. That's what he was initially saying when we were reacting to the video as well. In the initial debunking video, we debunked that claim in his description.
Yeah. So basically, he has made different statements multiple times.
Yes, it's true. He's made multiple statements, and his statements contradict each other. What I'm trying to prove here is that when he made this video, he did not know that the bedrock breaker would work on multiple layers. He thought that it would only work on the top layer.
Okay, I think what really happened is that okay, I think that he thought that the machine could break all of the layers at once, and midway through the video, he realized that that's not how the machine really works. So he
That
was
is
like,
possible.
okay, maybe I should just remove everything with like commands or whatever.
Yeah, there's a lot of possibilities to like why he did it. But he definitely doesn't understand, at least as of this comment. There's no reason for him to lie about this, right? If he actually understood how the machine worked, he would give an accurate description of it in the comment, presumably.
Yeah, of course.
Like,
So he has no idea how the machine actually works, like, at all.
yeah, he doesn't realize that it can run on multiple layers. And yet here we have him on May 26th stating that, yeah, he ran the machine 4 times or 5 times for each layer. He's changed his story. What he's saying, well, he's not explicitly stating it, but he's about as good as explicitly stating the machine only works for the very top layer of bedrock. Breaking the lower layers requires using manual bedrock breaking, is essentially what he's saying. He doesn't quite use those words, but that is the only reasonable interpretation of his comment.
So at that point, he thinks that, you have to do it by hand.
Yes. So he's trying to come up with a story here. He's trying to come up with a reasonable explanation to how he could have done this legitimately. But because he doesn't understand how you would do this legitimately, he's coming up with incorrect explanations.
It's amazing how wrong he can be, but also like how right he is at the same time. Because every excuse so far makes sense. So like, yeah, it's like possible.
Yeah, so basically everything he's saying contradicts each other, and because he doesn't understand how bedrock breaking works, he's making up suboptimal excuses. He's coming up with stories that are just wrong. And then you can notice exactly when the technical community picks it up to the degree that he understands that people are starting to tell him how it actually works. Then he suddenly changes his story and he says, "Oh, I did actually build the machine 5 times. That's how I broke the bedrock." But obviously, if he hadn't built the machine 5 times, you would think that he would have said that at one point when people were like doing all this stuff. He would have said, I made the machine 5 times, instead of making comments like this one, where he strongly implies that he doesn't even know you can do that.
Yeah. I mean, okay. The good thing is that he's learning, though. Like, he actually, I think
he's coming up with better excuses.
Legitimately learned how to do it. Like, if he were to do it again, I think he could do it for real, which is impressive.
And that's what this is really all about. It's about learning experiences.
It's a learning experience, yeah.
All right. Well, I think that gets us through everything. Speed, do you think that I have made a sufficient case that it is impossible, firstly, that his current story could be true, considering it directly contradicts things he said previously, and secondly, that it is impossible that he did this legitimately, considering he has clearly proven and demonstrated that he could not have known how to do this legitimately?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's quite clear with all the evidence we have that he absolutely cheated in the video, which, as previously discussed, it's fine. I don't really care what you do to make a video. Like, of course, there are some ways that I mean, some things that you cannot possibly do, especially considering how difficult it is to make a YouTube video.
The reason people like his videos is because like they're well edited and like smooth, and he's trying to make it seem like he's not cheating because he knows that, you know, kids really hate it when people cheat. But like he, in his mind, presumably he's just like making videos.
So it's like, for example, with Hermitcraft, like they have wars and everything, but it's all an illusion.
Yeah.
You know, like it's not real. It's role play, and I think this is just more of that.
Yeah.
You know, like it, like
it's not great, but it is what it is.
Yeah, it is what it is. That's pretty much it.
To be clear, I would never lie in a YouTube video, so you don't need to worry about me.
Oh my god.
Lying in a YouTube video.
I'm gonna make a debunking desktop folder video now. If you are thinking of making a video, make sure to research first, do it correctly, or at least lie in a more believable way, I guess.
That is the outcome. All right. Thanks again to Speedcuber for joining me as we investigate and tear down Beppo's poorly woven web of lies. I hope you join us next week for SpeedCuber and desktop folder react to...
Drum roll.
Drum roll. I was going to throw it to you because I was going to try and think of something funny, and I couldn't.
Oh.
Yeah. Join us next time as we're going to be reacting to Dream's epic Minecraft speedrun world record in 1.15. You won't want to miss it.
See ya next week, I guess.
And thanks to SpeedCuber. Alright, so post-editing desktop folder here, and I thought I would just mention a couple of things before this video is completely over because, quite frankly, I'm not too concerned about quality here anyways. SpeedCuber and I recorded this video pretty much immediately after releasing the previous video, and the main reason why is that I had initially intended to have a bit of an addendum to that video, but it ended up being that there was just so much stuff, and I was like, okay, fine, I'll just record another video. So we recorded this video just to kind of cover the extra stuff. But quite frankly, I'm not a huge fan of it. We made both of these videos just for fun and entertainment purposes, but although I think that the first video achieved that pretty well, this video I'm not so sure about. I don't think it's very funny, and I want to be super clear that that's a failing on my part, less than it is the intention of this video. The intention of this video is not to call anybody out or anything. I did want to kind of complete things because the first video missed a bunch of information that was kind of important, as you can tell, but yeah, quite frankly, probably didn't really matter. I think I sunk cost fallacied myself into making this video, so I hope you enjoyed anyways. Otherwise, thanks for 1,000 subscribers, I do really appreciate it. And the next video will hopefully be a more detailed look at the infinite bedrock breaking mechanic and a tutorial video for that. However, if you are going to make one and you understand the mechanic pretty well, I would encourage you to check out Vitamin C's loop bedrock breaker instead of using my setup. That one's based off of Vitamin C's own bedrock breaking design, and it has lower overhead and also has a slightly nicer setup for the loop part of the machine. All that said, you may or may not be able to tell, but I am trying to improve the quality of these videos, even the ones that are more of a joking or entertainment format. If there's anything you'd like to see, anything you didn't like about this video, anything you liked about it, feel free to leave it in a comment. I'm really interested in feedback. I'm trying to improve my video editing, so yeah, let me know if there's anything you'd like to see from this channel, if it's in terms of content or in terms of things to do within a video, different editing approaches, go for it. And yeah, that's about it. Have a nice day.